Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Where are we going next? We're Andrew and Mona, and right now we're at the Okanagan Valley. So over the next 2 days, we're going to be visiting different wineries along the Okanagan Valley, starting in the south. We're going to start at the winery called the Burrowing Owl and work our way all the way up to the north. And our last winery is going to be Quail's Gate, way up by Canola.
Kelowna.
Way up by Kelowna.
It's very, very hot. Today's going to be about 35 degrees. So that'll be interesting. Drinking wine in the super hot sun.
It's like, my hair's like powder. So what we're going to be doing at the different wineries, we're going to be rating the wineries out of 5 wine glasses. So we're going to be looking at their customer service, and we're going to be looking at the overall experience and kind of uniqueness of the place and how it makes us feel.
We're just going to kind of talk about more so like the winery itself, the estate, what it would look like, how you feel when you're there, and kind of what things you would experience while you're tasting your wine.
So let's head inside. All right, so our first winery of the day is the Burrowing Owl, and it looks really nice. Mona said it reminds her of like what Arizona would be like, even though we really haven't been to Arizona, but it gives off an Arizona-like vibe. All right, so we're gonna head inside. Ooh, fancy. Alright, so we just finished up at the Burrowing Owl. We just wanted to let you guys know how we felt about it. So starting with the customer service, as soon as we walked in there was someone right there ready to go, and once we got up to the tasting, what I thought was rather cool about it was that she kind of referred to the wines almost with like a persona, like she has this taste.
Yeah, in terms of customer service, I would agree. Everybody was very friendly, very welcoming. The server that helped us, she was very knowledgeable.
So in terms of the experience, I love the views here. Also they have a nice restaurant which is beautifully decorated, just looking out over the Okanagan Valley and all the mountains all around and the water. It's spectacular here.
I think the experience would really be elevated if you stayed here because they have a beautiful guest house. So if you're staying here for a couple nights, it would really heighten your experience. Taking in the wines, enjoying the amazing restaurant, taking in the views, and lounging by the pool would be like an amazing trip.
So in terms of rating this winery, I'm going to give it 4 wine glasses.
I agree, 4.
It's really, really hot right now. We're literally standing in the desert sun. So we're gonna head into the car right now, get a little bit of air conditioning, and head over to the next one. So see you guys in just a minute. Alright, so here we go, our second winery. I'm not gonna lie, this one I was looking forward to the most. So this one is called Phantom's Creek, and I'm looking at a pretty cool view right here. So this one's gonna get some pretty awesome points for experience from me, that's for sure. So behind me actually, there's a really cool statue. I like that, let's take a look. I think this would light up nicely at nighttime too. The one thing that really pulled me in when we were looking at wineries to go to on our trip was the architecture at this place. The building is so cool. I just love what they've done with these statues here. There's Mona, all the way down there. So if you're walking in, there's a restaurant just up ahead here. And then just to your left side is where the winery boutique is, and the tasting room here as well. Yeah, it's so nice in here. Everything seems so like polished and pristine. There's some tasting tables and then a patio outside. And then the store is over here where you can buy the wine. Alright, so we're just finishing up here at Phantom's Creek Winery.
Say that again.
Phantom's Creek? We're just finishing up here at Phantom Creek Winery. The wines here are really, really good. But the thing that really makes this an awesome experience is the view you get from your seat here on the balcony. So take a look at this. So this is a view from our table right here. Panoramic views of their vineyards here. This is probably the nicest wine tasting I've ever done. And this behind me and to the right is designed to be an amphitheater. The winery just opened 5 weeks ago, so it's brand new. And before COVID-19 hit, they actually had Sarah McLachlan booked to do a concert here, which is really cool. This is a really unique winery experience. All right, so we just finished off at Phantom Creek Winery. Actually, Phantom Creek Estate, they grow their own grapes here. That's what makes it an estate. We're going to talk about the experience first this time. And for me, it was top-notch. Like, this is probably the nicest winery I've been to in terms of the architecture here, just the grounds, which we showed you a bit earlier. And then I'll talk lastly just about the view. The view was absolutely amazing. The panoramic view over the lounge where we were drinking our wines, unbelievable.
Amazing. Yeah, you get to see like Osoyoos, you get to see the mountains. It's just perfect, like unobstructed views everywhere. It's amazing.
So one other thing that adds to the experience here is they do offer a restaurant, which is not open just yet, but they're planning on having it opening in 2021. And also they have an amphitheater here too.
Yeah, that's cool.
That just adds to the experience of this winery here. So top notch for experience. Moving on to customer service. When we arrived, we were greeted perfectly, and then we came to our table. And you want to take it from here?
Yeah, so we sat down and we were told that somebody was going to come over right away and greet us. We were waiting about 10 to 15 minutes and we were just looking around, waiting for somebody. Nobody came. But on top of that, the white wines are already sitting out, and it's about 35 degrees outside right now. So it's not optimal for white wine, especially, to just be sitting out. So we didn't really have anybody to like kind of introduce us to the wines and what we were tasting or anything like that. So a little bit of a notch off of the perfect score there. But apart from that, everything else was great. They were very knowledgeable, very nice, welcoming, and
yeah, but all in all, it was a fantastic winery. I would rate it 4.5 wine glasses.
4.5 as well for me.
Yeah, and I think that 0.5 is just the customer service kind of glitch we had right at the beginning there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it from this winery. We're gonna head down the road to our next one, and we'll see you guys there. Stopped at our third winery now. It's Oliver Twist Winery. The reason why we chose this one, honestly, simply because of the name. It's got a reputable story, and we just wanted to check out what it was like. So let's head inside and taste some of the wines here at Oliver Twist Winery. So this is inside the Oliver Twist. Lots of merchandise, and then over here a little bit more, some tumblers, and then their wall of wine here, which is pretty impressive. Kinds of wines up here with all the different medals and awards. And then just here is the tasting bar, which we're going to taste at in just a minute.
Hey, so we just finished off at Oliver Twist Winery, or Estate Winery, and oh my gosh, it was so good.
So yummy.
Yeah, so let's start off with the service. We were actually served by the manager there.
Sheila, yeah.
She was so sweet. We had an amazing tasting experience. The shop is really cute. They have so many like nice little favors and wine related gifts that you can buy. It was really good. She was very welcoming, very knowledgeable about the wines. Yeah, there's some tables lined up here and then an outdoor patio, but apart from just the tastings, there's not a whole lot else to do.
Yeah.
But I think just the service itself and the location with the views gives it like an amazing experience overall. So definitely recommend coming here. There's a lot of beautiful flowers and just like a great like surrounding grounds and area and stuff. So you could definitely spend a couple of hours drinking wine on the patio. Yeah,
I totally agree with that. I think like in terms of experience, they do well with what they have and what they offer. I would say this winery would be a 4.0 wine glasses.
Yeah, I would agree.
So next we have lunch lined up. So we're gonna go have some lunch. I think we're gonna have some pizza.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, and then we're gonna carry on with a few more wineries after lunch. So let's go get some pizza. Oh, so we just stopped on the road because we saw such a cute deer. Look at it.
Oh.
Just waiting. It's like, take my picture.
Hi, you little honey bunny.
Hey, dude.
Oh.
So pretty,
eh? Get off the road, monkey. Hi, baby.
I have no idea what it is about this road, but there's a black bear here. I think it's like a little...
Oh, it's just a baby. Oh, no.
Look at him. Look at him there. Okay, so quick update here. We're just about to go into our second last winery for today called See Ya Later Ranch. We just had lunch at the Miradoro restaurant, which was absolutely the best pizza I've ever had. Mona had a mushroom pizza, I had a pancetta pizza. It was so good. And then now we're gonna head into See Ya Later Ranch. So let's go inside and check it out. Walking into the ranch here now. You can see the SYL, See Ya Later Ranch. So take a look at this car. It's got the See Ya Later Ranch name on it. And then there's a beautiful area over here, the courtyard, where you can do some tastings. So it looks like they have like a little bistro over here where you could order some food. Awesome ambience already, like it's really themed really well for like a ranch. So we just finished our tasting and we're gonna get a couple bottles. They're really good wines. They got all kinds of wines. They even have some ice wine too, from Vidal grapes, which is really cool. Picnic things over here, all kinds of wine accessories here, and then a special section for dog treats as well. What's your thoughts on See You Later Ranch?
It's a very cute spot. They have a really nice patio, great views.
Really good views, like one of the best, I think.
The service was really good. They were all very friendly.
So yeah, so the customer service was good there. I wouldn't say exceptional. And the experience was, I would say, good as well. I would give the See You Later Ranch probably 3.5 wine glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like one that you must go to, but I would say if you have some time, put it on your list. All right, so we're gonna head over to Liquidity now, and we'll see you guys there. Liquidity. The presentation here is by far the best one we've been to so far. This little placemat you get, and on the wine you can see it's described, or on the placemat you can see it's described, and then when you lift it up it tells you what varieties are in it, and then how many cases they made, how much a bottle is, and how much it is for a case. So that's really cool. And it does that for all of them. You can pour your own wine and work at your own speed. So we're gonna try some of these. So we just finished at Liquidity, but we had such a great time talking with them. They told us all about the winery and all the kinds of things that we asked about the wines. So customer service, top notch. Only positive things to say about the customer service here. In terms of the overall experience, do you want to?
Yeah, so they have a restaurant that unfortunately is not open in 2020, so hopefully will be open next year. So that'll be a great addition to the whole experience. They have a beautiful patio outlooking like the views into the Okanagan Valley. Staff definitely adds to the experience, and like having a conversation with them and just kind of like connecting with them really adds to everything.
I would say I would give it 4.5.
4.5, I agree, for sure. Yeah.
4.5. I think it's definitely worth it to come and check out for the experience and the view and the friendly staff, and the wines are really great too.
The wines are great.
All right, so that's the last winery for today. So we're gonna head back to the hotel in Penticton and then carry on a bit tomorrow with a few more wineries. So we'll see you guys in the morning. We're back for day 2 of our wine tour here in the Okanagan Valley. We're here at Painted Rock and we have a really special experience lined up today. So let's head inside. So yeah, we're gonna have a seat here and have a little bit of brunch. So we have, well, we got a glass of wine. Mona got a glass of wine to have. We got a ham sandwich and then a chicken sandwich, a couple bottles of water. And then here we have some grapes, a brownie, a couple crackers, a piece of cheese. What a great way to start the day. Is your sandwich actually good?
I liked it, but
yeah?
I feel like I like yours a little bit more, but you can't have it back.
So we just finished up at Painted Rock Estate Winery, and we want to give you a little bit of feedback.
It is our first winery of day 2, but it definitely takes the cake based on what we saw yesterday. We'll see what today has in store for us, but so far, Painted Rock is a 5 for us.
The service was top-notch. As soon as we walked in the door, we were greeted, and the experience was phenomenal. They have lots of food available, and the views, like you saw just behind us here, and our picnic experience was so cool. Kathy helped us out at the desk, and she was so knowledgeable, so helpful, so friendly, So definitely the service and the experience here are top notch. All right, so we're actually late for our next one. We didn't realize how far away it was. It's called Heaven's Gate, so we're gonna head there now. Hey, here we are. We've arrived at the Heaven's Gate. Oh, it's so nice here. It's just a small little place. Heaven's Gate. Wow. All right, let's head inside. Here's some of their award-winning wines. I'm a wine enthusiast. The more wine I drink, the more enthusiastic I become. So just finished up the tasting here at Heaven's Gate Winery. Found out that, you know, Heaven's Gate is sort of just a take on walk through Heaven's Gate and you get these awesome views looking onto the Okanagan Valley. So in terms of service, I think I would say that it's pretty good. The gentleman inside here was knowledgeable, gave us some good advice and some good tasting notes on some of the wines, and was very friendly.
So for the experience, you basically have a little patio area that you can have a picnic at. You can bring your own food as well. They allow that. You can take a bottle of wine out and have your wine out on the beautiful patio and overlook the views. But beyond that, they're not currently serving food just because of the pandemic. So it's a little bit limited in terms of experience, but it was still really beautiful.
Yeah, so I think I would give it a 3.5 wine glasses.
I agree, yeah.
So we're gonna carry on down the highway to our next winery, so come on along. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. So at the Fitzpatrick Winery, we just finished up. What's your thoughts on Fitzpatrick Winery?
It was so nice.
Yeah.
Completely different than the other wineries. This one mostly specializes in bubbling wines, sparkling wines.
Bubbly, yeah.
Bubblies. Because of their location and proximity to the mountain, they can't really grow red grapes.
Wine. Yeah.
So it's very unique. They have incredible views. They are super close to the water. They have like a little walkthrough that you can go where we are right now and have a closer view of the water, which is amazing. They have a beautiful little bistro and a nice tasting area. So yeah, it was gorgeous. Yeah. And the service was really good as well. Charlie and Kiki, they were so friendly. It was such a nice time. They were both very knowledgeable about the wines too. Definitely helped us out with the tasting notes and stuff. So customer service was top notch. The experience, the panoramic view here, like beats all other views in the Okanagan for sure. Overall, I would give Fitzpatrick Winery, I'd say 4.5. Like this is, in my opinion, it's probably a must do. It's right off the highway too, so it's very easy to get to. I would agree, 4.5 for sure. Kiki did mention that they do wine tours typically, and they go down into the cellars, so that would be another way to elevate the winery and the experience. So that's it from Fitzpatrick Winery. We have one more winery planned for today, and it's a special one. We'll save that for when we get there. It's the one Mona's looking forward to the most. So we finished our tastings, and now we're heading down into the actual vineyard. So pretty, eh? I bet you at nighttime would be so nice with these lights on. It's one of the things that, like, when you come down to places like this, like, you have to experience it in the day and like at nighttime too. So we're gonna go through the grapevines here. Look at these guys growing. So this is July. So these guys are gonna have a couple more months, a few more months in them before they mature and get ready for harvesting. Alright, so let's talk about Quail's Gate. Customer service was great. The person that was helping us out knew a lot about the wines. They asked us right away, what kind of wines do you like to drink? And we let them know, and he gave us exactly what we were looking for and hit the nail right on the head. They customize your tasting to you and what you prefer, so they have a great selection of wines that you can choose from that you're sure to find something that you're going to enjoy. In terms of the experience, it's located here in Kelowna, which is definitely much more busy. So for me, I definitely liked some of the more quiet wineries. This one was much more busy, and I felt like maybe that took away a little bit of the experience for me. But what do you think? Not for me. I feel like I like the buzz, and I like people enjoying themselves and seeing like just liveliness on a property. It's like my thing. I'm more of a big city girl. So overall, for Quail's Gate, I'm gonna give it a 4.0 wine glasses out of 5. And just simply the wines were great, the service was great, but just a little bit too busy for me. I guess 4.5.
Okay.
For me, just because I was looking forward to this the most. It definitely just didn't disappoint because it's a beautiful property. I think there's a beautiful restaurant. They allow you to go right down into the vineyard, so you can take lots of photos right in front. You can come down here and enjoy a bottle of wine and overlook the valley. So I feel like overall, like, great service and a pretty nice experience as well.
So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try.
Alright, so we're finally in the north of the Okanagan Valley, and we tasted quite a few wines. Well, she tasted most of the wine because I had to drive. So we just wanted to share with you a few things. One, a few tips that we have. And then number two is our favorite wineries and the ones we definitely recommend not to miss. Do you want to share yours first?
Yeah, so my first tip, if you are doing a road trip like we were, we found it very helpful to bring along a cooler bag with us, so that you can keep your wine chill, especially in the 35-degree temperatures.
Yeah, it's really hot here.
Very, very hot. So that is key for when you're doing a road trip through the wine country down here. You need to bring a cooler bag.
Or my tip would be to spread over your journey over 2 days and maybe even 3, but I think you could do it in 2. So I would definitely recommend Penticton is sort of like your middle ground, and then day 1 do the southern wineries, and day 2 do the northern wineries, and that's just sort of north of Penticton or south of Penticton. So that's what we did. We planned that, and it actually worked out really well. The second thing would be to try to, what is the second thing? Oh yeah. So the second thing I would recommend would be to try to target about 3 or 4, maybe 5 if it's really close by wineries, but I would say no more than 4, just because then you're going to feel like you're rushing from one to the next. You're never going to really enjoy hanging out and taking in the moment at the winery you're currently staying at. Let's move on to our favorite must-do wineries.
Yay!
So what's your favorite?
Oh, it's such a tough one. I really thought Quail's Gate was going to be my favorite, and it really didn't disappoint, but there's one that kind of stood out even above that. We had the most amazing wine tasting at Liquidity Wines late last afternoon. There was nobody else there, so that's probably why it was so enjoyable. They really did pay attention to us, and they really took their time explaining the winemaking process and how they take passion and what they do. And the patio had the most incredible view, and it really felt kind of like Arizona desert, like just such a different world vibe, very unique. Their tasting experience was very well laid out, and I think that's one of the things that stood out for me. The way that it was presented was perfect, and the location was great, the service was great, the overall experience was amazing. So that was my favorite.
So my favorite winery would be Painted Rock. I just love the architecture there, I love the view there, and I think the picnic experience this morning waking up was probably the thing that took the cake for me. The service was amazing too, so it was great. I love Painted Rock as my favorite must-do winery.
Yay! So thank you so much for tuning into our wine tour through the Okanagan Valley. We hope you guys enjoyed seeing our experiences and maybe got some tips and some recommendations for what you'd like to see if you guys ever come down here as well.
So don't forget to check out some of our other videos. We did some hotel tours during our road trip here in British Columbia and Alberta. We also are going to do top Whistler things to do, top Lake Louise, and top Banff things to do. So check out those videos on our channel, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to find out where we're going next.